Good morning, my babies. Happy Monday. I wanted to come on here and give you all a quick podcast. I said that I would. I would talk about my failures in this game. See, a lot of times, a lot of girls come on here and have you believing I'm living my best life. And, you see how they living and they traveling and, they living good and driving nice cars and all this other stuff. They'll show you that side of the game. They'll show you when they get a good lick from a trick. They'll show you that. They'll show you that. They'll show you the gifts that the tricks give, and they show you the tips and the envelopes and the stacks of cash that they get from the trick. They'll show you that because that's dopamine. That's dopamine. It's getting that attention and showing the world, hey, I got it. Look what I got. It's that whole look at me. Look what I got and look what you don't got. And that's dopamine. That's dopamine for a lot, especially for women. For women, getting attention is complete and utter dopamine. It is a drug. It is why we have garnered so much success. Women have garnered so much success on platforms like TikTok and Instagram and Twitter, because all of these platforms provide us with dopamine. It provides us with this euphoric drug that we get when we get in these likes and clicks and comments. Ooh, you living the life. You looking good. I want your life. Your body is so great. We are addicted to the positive adulation. But a lot of times these hoes don't talk about the bullshit that they gotta go through. Because it's a lot of bullshit that hoes have to go through. And I'm not just talking about Instagram models, TikTok models. I'm talking about all of us who use visuals as a way of selling ourselves. Whether we sell a product or whether we sell pussy. It's the visuals that get people interested in us. But what about the shit that you don't see? The shit that we don't post? Okay? Well, what about the times where you do a whole session with a client and you fucking the shit out of them, you sucking them, you giving the very best performance of your life. You even gave him 30 extra minutes because you was having a good time, he was having a good time. You take a shower, he take a shower, everything is so great. You had a great session. And that motherfucker walks out the door. And you go grab your envelope because you excited. You done made your money for the week. You open that motherfucking envelope and ain't nothing in that bitch but Burger King coupons. Nigga. Hoes don't tell you about that shit. They don't tell you about that. And how that makes you feel when you open up an envelope full of torn up paper or motherfucking Burger King coupons. Yeah, that's real right there. I just heard a bitch say that on one of her Twitter lives, that she did all this work and was fucking and sucking for her life, and when she finally opened up the damn envelope, it was Burger King coupons. Do y'all know how that shit make you feel? Okay. Let me tell y'all how a motherfucking trick got me. Got me, bitch. Okay. I was green in the game. I didn't know no better. I didn't have bitches to warn me, hey, this is what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I was doing some shit under some pimping, but at the time, it was a structured and secured environment, so I wasn't really worried about being shorted and being conned and being manipulated. I wasn't worried about that because everything was planned and put together. All I had to do was just show up and perform. But when you are a renegade means you're doing it on your own. You don't have no representation. You don't have no pimp. You don't have no agency. You're doing it on your own. You have to rely on your intuition, the referrals of other girls, and just shit, your gut. Okay? So anyway, at this time, I wasn't doing so good financially. I was just making the twos and fews. This is like right around the time, Craigslist, got shut down. And so, a lot of us were scrambling, trying to find other ways to advertise. We scrambling. So, a lot of us who relied heavily on Craigslist had to go and invest that extra money into like arrows. We had to invest the money. See, back then, you could like literally like post an ad for free. I remember when Craigslist was free, FREE. And you can post one motherfucking ad for the week and have a shit ton of clients booked for that whole entire week. And they would show up. They'd show up on time. It was fun. It was glorious. It was a great time. Okay. Craigslist shut down. We all began to scramble. What are we going to fucking do? Backpage hadn't come out quite yet. Or maybe it was out and we just didn't know that was going to be the next big thing. So we're right in between Craigslist and Backpage, really, really trying to find ways to advertise and market and things of that sort. And I started to do bad, my lights were where I was getting those little yellow tickets in the mail. This is your last chance before your lights get turned off. This is your last chance before your gas get turned off. I was getting them little purple tickets, them little yellow tickets. You all know what it looked like. You all know what it looked like when you getting that last warning. That last, your motherfucking bill ain't white no more. It's a different color. You know what I'm saying? That last little bill that you get before your shit get turned off. It's going to be purple or it's going to be blue. The receipt going to be blue. The receipt going to be purple. The receipt going to be yellow. It ain't going to be the white piece of paper no more. Because they done been trying to get in contact with you for days and months and months and months, and you ain't responding. You ain't giving them no money, bitch. So they sending out the purple invoice. That's letting you know, bitch, we coming out to turn your shit off. Okay? I had got the purple invoice saying that they was getting ready to shut my electric off, right? So listen. The electric guy who came out to shut off my electric knew who I was. He knew who I was. He knew my address. He knew exactly who I was. So he showed up in his uniform and his clipboard and everything, and he knocked on the door and he's like, hey, how you doing? My name is Steve. I forgot what the fuck he said his name was. But he's like, I'm here to disconnect your electric or whatever. So he showed me my name and stuff on his disconnect letter. And so I'm just like, fuck, what am I going to do? Because at that point, my electric bill had got up to like maybe $300-400. And I just didn't have it on me. I just fucking didn't have it. I didn't have it. So I was just like, well, I said, do I have any extensions or anything? Is there anything I could do? He was like, no, ma'am. He was just like, there's really nothing you can do. The only thing you can really do is go and pay the bill at the grocery store, and then you can set up an appointment to have the electricity turned back on. But it probably won't be for like maybe 24 to 48 hours before somebody can get back out here. And so I'm like, fuck. But he was just like, but let me do this. He was like, I love your website. I love your content. And I'm like, oh my goodness. This is a motherfucker who knows who I am. And he was just like, if you do a trade-off with me, I'll keep your electric on. So I thought about it, thought about it, thought about it. I'm like, okay, this is bartering. This is bartering. This is bartering. And so I went on and I did a session with him. I did a 2-hour session with him. Fucking and fucking and fucking and sucking and sucking and sucking and fucking and fucking and fucking. We got done after 2 hours. He took a shower, put his uniform back on, and he said, okay, well, I'll take care of this. So he was gone. A few days later, somebody else showed up at my door to turn my electric off again. And I'm just like, yeah, Steve, just came here the other day and, I did some arrangements with Steve. And he was like, I don't know any Steve, but today is the day where we're supposed to turn your electric off. I said, well, weren't you guys supposed to turn my electric off like last week? And he was like, no. He was just like, it was today. It was today. Today is the day that we were scheduled to turn your electric off. So I'm just like, I wonder who the fuck that was that showed up at my house. And he was like, ma'am, I have absolutely no idea. Did he leave any type of receipt or any type of card? And I'm like, no. I said no, but he said that his name was Steve. And he was here to turn off my electric. And he was like, ma'am, I don't know who the fuck that is. So I'm just like, I got. You know what I'm saying? Like, these motherfuckers will go to extreme lengths to get you. But because I was so green in the game, I didn't know no better. I thought I was just bartering, you know what I'm saying? Giving somebody some ass and some pussy. And, you know what I'm saying? And my electric, I ain't got to worry about paying till next month. That ain't the case. That ain't the motherfucking case. I got by some motherfucker named Steve. Okay? We ain't gonna talk about the countless amount of times that I done been shorted. Okay? And I'm telling you all, I've opened up envelopes first, counted the money in front of the clients. And the clients were like $50 and $40 short. And then when you ask them about it, I needed some money to eat. I need money to eat. I had one motherfucker tell me that. I needed that extra $20 to eat. I hadn't had any breakfast, but, I could always make it up to you. That's the shit you're going to have to deal with. Okay? But I'm going to tell you something. The biggest letdown, the biggest disappointment always comes from other females in the game. Okay? I tell you, I've had hoes do shit to me that leave a lasting fucking scar. A scar. Because these is hoes that you help, you stick your neck out for, you help get clients, you've shared clients, you've shared secrets. These are bitches who you think are your friends and they know your real name. They know where you live. Some of these hoes know where your kids go to school because they hang out with you. They hang out with you. I remember, back in the day when I used to hang out with a lot of hoes, a lot of hoes would want to just come over to my apartment at the time and hang out and smoke and drink and everything like that. I had one particular. Her name was Harlem. Her name was Harlem. Really, really pretty, tall, skinny black girl. Really, really cool with her. I did her photographs. This was like right around 2005, 2006. Did her photographs. And me and her, we struck it out. We were like really, really good friends. We ended up being like lovers. Like, she would come over just to eat my pussy. And it was just it was the greatest relationship that I've had with a female. Really, really good time. And I met her kids. She met my son. She would ride with me to go pick my son up from school. We would take our kids to fireworks display because I met her right around summertime. So, we would go to these 4th of July picnics and we just had a good time. And it was many girls like Harlem in my life, who I looked at as friends, looked at as mentors, especially the ones that you look out as mentors. I remember there was a bitch in Buffalo, New York, and I'm going to say her name. I'm going to always say this bitch name because this bitch conned me out of $300 motherfucking dollars. You know? So anyway, you know, as a bitch in Buffalo, New York, her name was Sierra of Buffalo. If you Google her, you will see how she done scammed her way throughout the United States of America. There is forums about her that go back for years about her scams. And so she befriended me. And so she told me one day that, you know, she was getting ready to lose her house and that, you know, she's getting ready to lose her house over $300 and she doesn't know what to do and yada, yada, yada and blah, 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 blah. And Erica, I don't know what to do. So what a bitch do? A bitch went into my already depleting funds to get her $300. Okay, I sent her $300 through Western Union or Green Dot or however the way she wanted me to get it to her, but I got it to her. And then I contacted her and I said, you know, hey, had you got my money? You get the money? I hope this helps. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if this helps or whatever, yada, yada, yada. She told me that she would pay me back. She would pay me back because she got this trick that she's getting ready to get all this money from or whatever. And I said, okay, that's fine. Take your time. Take your time. Okay? I told her to take her time, but I did not tell her to take eternity and beyond. To never. Okay? Because you think that bitch tried to give me my $300 back? No. You think that bitch answered any of my text messages or phone calls when I was, and listen, I wasn't hounding the bitch over $300. I let her go some months. Nothing. Okay? And then let's talk about over here on this platform. You all don't see a lot of the shit that goes on behind the scenes with some of these girls. Some of these girls that have joined Escort Academy have been wicked. And I think that this industry creates a level of wickedness in certain bitches, especially certain bitches that been out a while. If you've been out a while, you know, you've got this kind of air of fraudulent activity that surrounds you, you know, because if you think about it, a lot of times we have to be frauds. We have to be con artists to get the money from these tricks. You have to be a con artist in some ways. You have to be a con artist. And because of a lot of these bitches have lived decades being con artists. They con everybody. I can't begin to tell you how many times I allowed bitches to con me, because this is the thing, and I want you all to realize this. Okay, this is extra income that I use to go out and eat, watch TV with. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't some shit that I need, but I enjoy doing it because I really, really enjoy helping you ladies. So for me to give some shit away sometimes don't really hurt me. It just don't really hurt me. I'm going to do it because I love y'all and I want y'all to get some game if I can give it to you. But you know, you have bitches out here that will con the fuck out of you and then call you their best friend. Yeah. And she probably still listening to this because I know she's still a member here. But yeah, I know when you bitches are conning and being cutthroat and ignorant. I know. People always come back and tell me shit. Always come back and tell me shit. And so I'm going to let y'all know that this industry ain't always going to be rainbows and butterflies. It's just not. But what don't eat you, let it teach you. I want you all to listen to what I just said. What don't eat you, let it teach you. I remember years ago there was a firm that was local to St. Louis. It's called STLASP, St. Louis Service Providers. and it was an escorting and hobbyist board. And one of the main criteria to be a member of this is that you couldn't get arrested. If you've been arrested, you can't join. If you get arrested while you're in the group, you're going to get banned. And at the time, I thought that that was the dumbest idea ever, ever, ever. Because we need those ladies to let us know what to expect. To get, when you getting arrested. I remember one of the moderators had got arrested. And, everybody had unanimously decided to vote her out because they felt like she was a threat. She would tell on us. Woo, 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 woo. She went to jail. But little did they know that this particular provider was a rider. She was a rider. She took that conviction to the chin and was out a couple days later, back out there making that money. She had no intentions on doing the things that a lot of these people on this board said she was going to do. Oh, she going to set us up and have us all arrested and to get a shorter time. That ain't in her character. That wasn't in her character. She wasn't out there to tell on nobody. She just made her mistake, did her motherfucking time, got back out and got back out there on that goddamn back page. So I just thought that was a stupid idea to not let women who've been arrested in our group. Oh, don't let her in. She's been arrested. Fuck that. Let me talk to the bitch that's been arrested. I'm trying to see what I need to do and what I don't do. And when we finally let her back in, she gave us a world of wisdom on what to do, what to expect when getting arrested. Some shit that we needed. We need it. Sometimes hoes need to know that you ain't alone in this. If you ever done got popped and you uncertain about what it's going to do to your reputation, your credit, your record, your family life, you need bitches out there who can tell you what to expect. Because you ain't alone. You ain't the only one who been arrested. And that's why I'm doing this podcast, to let y'all know y'all ain't the only ones who ever going through something. And you get a lot of hoes that'll get out there and be like, oh, you should know better. He shorted you because you didn't count the money first. Woo, 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 woo. You know what? These motherfuckers will short you regardless. Regardless. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, a lot of hoes is afraid of getting the money first. And if the money is short, then what? And I told y'all what to do if you ever run into that predicament where you counting the money out first and the money is short, or maybe he done, cut up some coupons and put some coupons in the envelope instead of cash. I told you what to do. I told you, bitch, if you ever run into a predicament like that where the guy is there conning you, you stay calm. What you do is you look in the envelope and you see those torn up strips of paper and those coupons. You fold that envelope back up and hand that motherfucker to him and say, you need to reschedule. I think I got your wife's coupon envelope. Here. Now, where's mine? If you stay calm, he's usually going to feel stupid. And he's going to be like, I'm sorry. And he's going to walk out the door. But if you cause a scene and get emotional in your feelings, what's going to happen is he's going to become aggressive. And that's not what you want. I tell you ladies, at the end of the day, your main focus is to get home. Is to get home safe. And put your money up. Put your money away. See, you all need bitches to tell you this shit. Because if you don't know, you're going to go out there and pop off and, get your throat slit. Because when they kill you, they don't kill you softly. Hoes don't get killed softly. Hoes get killed roughly. Hoes get their throats cut. Hoes get strangled and thrown on the side of the road. And at the end of the day, that's not what you want, bitch. You want to be able to get your money and go home. Safe in your bed. Watching your Netflix. Watching your Bridgerton. Watching your Sex in the City. Counting your cash. You don't need nobody. You don't want the life of a bitch that they have to send the cadaver dogs after. No, don't be the bitch that they done sent the cadaver dogs after. So yeah, there's a lot of stories that I can tell. But I didn't want this podcast to be super long. But there's a lot. I've been through some stuff. All hoes done been through some stuff. It's just a learning experience. Learn from it. Learn from it. Try not to make so many mistakes, but please, baby, know that you are going to make them. You're going to make those mistakes. And it's okay. It's okay to make them. It's okay to make them. You're a human being. But learn from them. Learn from your mistakes. Remember my motto. What don't eat you, let it teach you. Okay? Always remember that. What don't eat you, let it teach you. Okay, ladies? I love you all, and you all have a fantastic Monday. Deuces.